Hello and welcome back to another video here on the channel. In this video I'm going to be talking about all the different types of cameras I use, all the different accessories I use to make videos here on this YouTube channel, NevermindMatt. So I hope you enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, make sure you subscribe. We are 7 subscribers from 1,000 subscribers, so please do feel free to click and check if you haven't already. But without any further waffle, let's get on with it. When it comes to making content, I obviously go out into the great wide world and make content vlogging. And a vlogging camera is such an important piece of kit. Of course, it is what makes the videos happen. But I have 2 cameras. In fact, I'm recording this on my mirrorless Sony a6400. And I've got a Sigma 16 to, I believe it's 50 mil 2.8 lens on this, which is just lovely. It's my favorite lens. I absolutely love it. But when I'm out and about doing vlogging, I use this, which is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, or at least inside this case there is. This case was actually 3D printed on a gentleman on Vinted, and it cost me £10, and I think that's an absolute bargain. So let's get inside and show you guys what we do and what we use when we go out filming. Is all of our accessories that we use. So obviously we've got the camera here, we've got a battery, another battery, we've got this thing here, which is the extender, we've got the microphone, and we've just got some SD cards down there. This camera, which is just so small and so compact, is absolutely fantastic. We bought this camera and this combo back in August of last year, and we genuinely couldn't be happier with this camera. So just to show you what I'm vlogging you on, this is my camera here. I'm going to overlay the footage, but it is a Sony a6400 mirrorless camera with the Sigma lens on there. It is absolutely fantastic. I love both of these cameras. Both of these cameras do very different things. I don't tend to use the Sony when I'm out vlogging because, as you have seen on the video, the pure size of that camera, it's not big by any stretch, but compared with the Osmo, it's really quite large and quite cumbersome. The Osmo Pocket 3, in my humble opinion, might be the best vlogging camera on the market today because it's so compact, it's so non-intrusive, and it is just brilliant. However, it does have its drawback. Occasionally, very occasionally, the gimbal at the top here does sometimes go a bit mad. I don't really know the correct term for it, but sometimes the footage will be on the wonk like that, so I can't do it to show you, but basically that would be the angle, but my camera actual would be like that. So sometimes the axis on the gimbal doesn't always work and isn't the most responsive thing in the world. But generally speaking, I absolutely love it. The thing that I love about it as well is you get obviously accessories. So this is one of the batteries, external batteries, and that just literally clips on the end there. We bought 2. We bought an extra one of those as well because the Osmo Pocket 3 does have a really good battery life, but we do need extra batteries. We needed extra batteries basically because we do use a lot of power when we are out filming. And obviously if you're out filming at a location, you want to be able to have that backup power. This thing here is the microphone, basically. It has got a really fancy DJI name, but I can't remember it. But it is absolutely wonderful. I love the little dead cat on the top there. It makes all of our audio sound really, really clear, and I'm really, really pleased with that. So that is basically the camera setup. So like I say, I have the Sony mirrorless, which I tend to use predominantly for photos when we're out and about, but obviously in this video I'm using it as a talking head because I'm obviously showing you the Osmo. In terms of accessories, we've got a tripod which I'm recording this on. I have this little tripod here. I love this little tripod. It's an iGadgets, which is about £12 on Amazon, but it's just the perfect size to stick like on a table or wherever you're filming, but also you can release this bit here and you can obviously move it like that, so you can then have it so you can be a little bit further extended away when using the Osmo Pocket 3, which I really enjoy. Obviously, you have got a tripod that comes with the Osmo, and that is just there. That's a little tripod. That's part of the creator bundle. But I really like it. I really like the Osmo Pocket 3. I think it is a really fantastic camera. Yes, it's got its drawbacks. It does have a smaller sensor. It's not as nearly as powerful as something like a mirrorless. Of course it's not, but I don't think it's designed to be that. I wanted to talk as well a little bit about filming in public, because it's something that I'm progressively getting better with, but I feel like smaller YouTube creators and people who are starting out are gonna be like, oh, I want to film, but I don't want to film in public. People don't care. People genuinely don't care about you. And I don't mean that in a mean way. What I mean is, when you're out filming in public, people genuinely might look at you and go, hi, I'm talking to a camera, blah, 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 blah. And they'll turn their head, and then they'll turn their head the other way, and they will just forget about you. And that's kind of the point. Yeah, you might have someone come up to you and say, are you vlogging? And you just go, yeah, I'm vlogging. And that might start a genuine, nice conversation. It also, they might just be like, can I be in the vlog? And you're like, yeah, sure. And they come in and they do something or say something that either might be funny or silly or whatever, or they might be, just a bit like nasty, and you need to edit that part of the vlog out. But the fact is, it's being edited. It's not going out live. So it doesn't really matter. I think it's just getting over that kind of fear of, people might think I'm an idiot, or whatever. But vlogging in public is so much more accepted in 2025 than it was way back in the day. Basically, the point I want to get across in this section of the video is, don't be afraid to go and film in public. Just do it. And if people say you can't do that, I would challenge them. And I have been challenged. I got challenged in Great Yarmouth on one of the videos when I went into the arcade, and this lady came up to me and said, oh, you can't be filming in here. And I said, oh, okay, I'm really sorry, that's absolutely fine. And then I had a conversation with her and I explained what I was doing. And then she was like, oh, that's kind of actually quite cool. They don't really want you filming. I said, no, that's fine. I said, I'm going to just do a little, literally, I'm going to finish up in here, and then I'm going to bounce back outside again. That's not a problem. But I feel like for people get a bit caught up in the idea of like, oh, I definitely can't do that. You definitely can. So what do I use when I'm filming? So Osmo Pocket 3, all the accessories in here. I will take my main camera. Of course, we need somewhere to store it. And I've got this backpack here. This backpack I bought from Go Outdoors, and it cost me, I think, £15. I think it's like a 25-litre rucksack, and it's absolutely brilliant because I can just chuck everything in there and go and just basically film. In terms of the video editing software I use a program called Filmora by Wondershare. It is absolutely brilliant. I've used it for a very long time, and I really love using it. It's a really powerful bit of kit. In terms of editing and stuff, I do have a gaming PC set up. I don't do much gaming, to be honest. I mainly use it for editing and just sort of the power that it can have, because it's a sort of higher end gaming PC. I am currently in the process of looking at getting a MacBook, because I quite like the idea of being able to throw my MacBook into a bag, taking it with me when we go here, there and everywhere. We do sort of longer, more extended trips, and I can then edit on the go. Because, for example, when we went to Wales on holiday, I couldn't edit until I got home, but I did. I managed to do it on my iPad. It was a bit clunky on my iPad. I wasn't that pleased with some of those videos, but I am pleased with the reception they received. But in terms of actually editing them, it wasn't a very fun experience. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you for nearly 1,000 subscribers. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. It would mean the absolute world to me and Rebecca. We are 7 subscribers away from hitting 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already, check you have. If you haven't, subscribe. Thank you very much. Peace and love always. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.